So, welcome everyone. We will talk about this is the second part of Yog Nidra, which is we'll look scientifically, whether it's quantum physics, whether it is biological, means more scientific way. We will look into what it means. In the first session, we just went through the process. Just to recap the process, typically you will find you may have a guided meditation, which is taking you through this process. You may have music in it that helps many people, especially the people who are new to meditation. For them, it's like a training wheel of a small bicycle. When a kid is starting to learn how to ride a bike, those training wheels help. Later on, you remove them. So certainly that's optional. You want the guided part or not, depending on your own stage of consciousness, your own level, your own journey, and depending on your intent, there is no right or wrong. You can go without guided part or with guided part. If you are able to visualize, if you are able to follow the process on your own, you don't need the guided part. Initially, it is okay when you go and you don't have to remember, okay, what is the sequence? Though the sequence is logical, however, after some days of practice, you may not need later on, but if you want to continue, there is nothing wrong. But if guided or the music is distracting you, then yes, you can do it on your own. So, when we talk about Yog Nidra, what are we talking about? Yog Nidra, of course, two words you can see, the Yog and Nidra. Yog is a union of two things, union with yourself. Yeah, yoga, which is talking about two things, is talking about union with yourself. That is the yoga part. Nidra is sleep. So typically people say, oh, this is the yogic sleep, or there are different explanation or terminologies being used. So is this only about sleep? Is this only about that I want to sleep better, that's why I'm doing Yog Nidra? The answer is no. Is this only just to relax? I want to have a good time, easy, just relax and happy. Is that the reason we do that? No, it goes much, much deeper than that. So is this only about my, you know, physical, mental, emotional state? Am I getting into my uh, consciousness? Means, we have two levels, our conscious part and subconscious part. Are we talking about that? Am I talking or intending to go deep in the awareness? Then yes. So in a way, you can say all of the above. That's what my take on it is, because you do get all the above. So it's not limited to just one. This awareness is important to gain the benefit. Why? You may have heard about the term placebo. We have talked about it before. But one thing is being aware. The moment you are aware of the benefit, you expect by default that, okay, I will get this. But if you're not aware, you will not be even looking for it. So sometimes knowledge awareness is half the victory. So yes, it includes all the above. It impacts your sleep, means better sleep. It impacts your conscious subconsciousness level, awareness level. It does help your physical, emotional, psychosomatic, mental health as well. Typically in scientific world, you may hear as NSDR, they call it non-sleep deep rest. That means you are not sleeping, but you are in deep rest, right? These are just the terminology you may come across. We'll keep it simple, just Yog Nidra, right? And what it is, right? What is the difference between meditation, Yog Nidra? Uh, can I mix the two? Is there a possibility, or is there a two separate unit, totally units, these two? Those kind of things we will look into that. And when we look into that, we will go through some of the technical papers, technical experiments that is being done, whether it is IIT Delhi They did a huge study along with the IIM uh, in terms of, researching on this, and in terms of International Journal of Yoga or PubMed, where you will find a lot of publications that I keep referring to, different research or different, media that you can refer and see these results. So, uh, when you look into the medical side, when you look into the technical or experimental side, you will see that how these are compared to, say, the regular sleep, my regular calming down, my regular meditation. And that's what is important for us to understand. If we can see the difference, if we can see the impact, how it influences us, then it becomes easier to understand that how it can really help me. So this is one of the main thing to be aware of. And in this case, when we are talking about Yog Nidra, of course, the first thing comes to our mind is better sleep. So, it is beyond any doubt that Yog Nidra brings deep relaxation. But as I was saying at the beginning, relaxation is, to me, I'm not playing it down, but a little smaller compared to the benefit you get about increased awareness. And that is the key thing. Long story short, if we understand this, it will help you tremendously. So, what happens inside? We will see scientifically. However, first thing, what is the difference between deep relaxation and increased awareness? Relaxation means if I'm stressed, if I have anxiety, I'm calming down. It relaxes me. Yes, it will bring my mood up. It will cheer me up. It will, make me active. Otherwise, I may be having a very lethargic, or, you don't feel like doing anything when you are having some physical or emotional issues. However, increased awareness means now I'm in my awareness, not only during this practice, however, may I say throughout the day. Of course, with increased practice, you will get to throughout the day, but at least initially, you will come out only during this practice, and you will have that benefit extended even after the practice. So, suppose you are doing this for half an hour. Initially, you will find benefit during this half an hour, but slowly and slowly, as you regularly, the important thing is regularly practice, you will see your benefit in stays. Means it's not like I stop practice and my awareness disappear. It will stay for a couple of hours and then it will keep extending depending on your practice. This is life changing. This increased awareness is life changing because what happens is it's impacting your brain. Why? Because it's impacting actually both sides, the left and the right. Why it is important between left and the right? Because one side is subconscious mind, one side is conscious mind. So when you have impact on subconscious and conscious mind, what happens? We use, say when we say 10% of our brain is utilized. Why? Because that is the conscious part. Subconscious, you can say roughly, right? It's just a number to understand 90%. That means that's a big chunk of your capability, which we don't use day to day actively. But if suppose I have that part available, if I can make changes in that level, I can change anything. I had trauma, I had some bad experience, some incident in my life, which is bothering me. What do I do? Do I have to live with that whole life? No. There is a way to change. And this is one of the mechanism how you can change. If I can change that narrative, if I can change that impact of emotions which is stuck, now you can sleep better. Now you can focus in your studies or your work or your business, whatever that may be. And that's how you get that benefit. So it's not a magic switch that you just do it and your stress switches and all, it basically impacts your brain, your basically the whole software programming where it is stored, and it make changes at that level. So what will happen? As you do this more and more, you will get better at it. Now, you may say, hey, I don't even know what meditation is all about. I'm just starting and I'm starting with this. That's okay. Doesn't matter. You are a seasoned meditator, you are novice in terms of, I'm totally new. Absolutely doesn't matter. Yes, the impact will be slightly different. So, what will be the difference? If you're totally new, you may take a little more time to achieve the gain compared to a meditator who will be able to get the benefits sooner. But that's okay. With any new thing, that is given that I will have different timing to achieve the same based on my journey, based on my level. But your level will keep going up as you practice more and more. How much I can get, it is linked to my, in short, if I may say, my consciousness level. What is consciousness? Consciousness is my frequency, my vibration at this stage right now. Based on the frequency, which is based on my energy, as I practice, I will improve. So there is no competition here. Whatever is your level, your level. You don't need to find your frequency, your energy, and you say, I don't know. How do I find that out? Don't worry. You don't have to. All you have to do is practice. How? How do we know this? So this experiment, which was done, the team in IIT, which is a renowned institute. So they took, different groups. So this was supported by Department of Science and Technology, and then including this yoga and meditation program, what they have. This was a groundbreaking collaboration because they did it with IIT, which is a technical side, and the AIMS, which is the medical side. So between these two, they had also the imaging means because they used MRI. So they collaborated with the lab, with MRI, and then they experimented this because they had to take repeated MRIs. So they have to have someone who has MRI facility. And then they studied and explored basically the neurons, right? Uh, how the neurons are behaving during an extended time of this experiment. So for this one, they have an extensive team, and they show that how by practicing Yog Nidra, it brings, the calmer state, the deep relaxation. Means, when we say your brain waves comes down from beta, it goes down to either alpha or delta or theta, depending on the practice. That means you are calming down, you are relaxing. It also shows the significant, the brain changes during this Yog Nidra practice. Uh, as your experience goes, the benefit goes. Means if you are doing for longer hours, means you are practicing for a longer time, your improvement or the benefit will be more, which is understandable, right? These results indicates that experienced meditators, yes, they can kind of reduce more of this chattering, right? Whenever we stop working actively on any particular thing, our mind just wander. Compared to what we say, newcomer kind of thing. So what happens here? This is important. So here there is a uh, terminology again that they call, which is DMN. What is DMN? It is nothing but default mode network. Now it may sound very scientific, right? Simple. Default, my default mode network means uh, when I'm not because actively, if you're engaged somewhere, I'm doing some project, I'm actively engaged, my focus is there. But the moment I get a chance, the moment I take a break, or if I'm not doing anything active, my mind goes in thousand different directions. And this is what it is referring to. So what is the important thing here is this is a reflection of hyperactivity. This is a reflection of stress, anxiety. What did I do yesterday? What I am supposed to do tomorrow? Or what did he say? What time am I supposed to? Different thoughts are coming, even in meditation. We have experienced this. Everybody faces this. So it gives rise to anxiety and the stress. Basically, we are not living in the moment. So when we talk about DMN, that means we are kind of measuring that, am I living in the moment or not? So as Yog Nidra is kind of lowering down or toning down of this DMN, you'll be more and more aware of what's happening around you. And then a beautiful thing happens. It brings out the trauma, the deep-rooted hurts in your subconscious mind. It brings it to the surface. And that is where the awareness part I was saying it's extremely important. Don't just stick that, okay, it will make me sleep better. This awareness is very important. When it brings it to the surface, then what happens? Now it is coming to your conscious mind. What is the difference in anything in subconscious compared to conscious mind? In subconscious, you cannot fix. It's a kind of storage of past, your software, your habits, personality. But when it comes to surface, means now you're aware of it. Now you can change it. And then it goes back to subconscious mind as a new you, new personality, new behavior, new your habits. So that change has happened. But first you have to bring it out. Or you have to get to the level where you can act on it. Means meditation or sleep mode. But in sleep mode, you have no control. Now, there is another thing you may have come across when people talk about Yog Nidra is Sankalpa. Sankalpa is nothing like in meditation. When we say affirmation, visualize it. So in Yog Nidra also, they say you can have a Sankalpa, or which simple terms, the resolution you want in your life. Again, you can say it's kind of, we are talking about the same thing as affirmation. So typically, it is done beginning or the end, not during, right? Because during you are in the process, you don't want to disturb the process. And same in meditation, we say affirmation on the beginning, you don't keep thinking about it. The timing of doing Yoga Nidra is best somewhere late evening because you're not going to sleep, but you are relaxed and you can do that. It's not like, okay, I have to go to work, my brain is active, but you are trying to get this benefit. So this is DMN. Remember, if anywhere you see, this is one thing. And another term you may hear, you may have known is about the REM. There is a non-REM and the REM, which is the rapid eye movement. This is two types or two categories within our sleep mode. So initially you will be non-REM mode and then you come to the REM mode, which is a reflection of how good or deep your sleep is being. So what happens here is you will see in the graph, sorry if I just go back, in the graph that when the research at IIT clearly shows the DMN activities, how compared to the normal group, how more, impact they are getting. That means the noise level is coming down. So if you see on the right side in the graph, which is just the red line, which is showing you that as the number increases, the slope or the line is coming down. Coming down means on the y-axis, when you see this DMN connectivity, that is coming down. DMN connectivity coming down means you are getting relaxed. Relaxed, that means you are into coming out of this anxiety or stress mode into a relaxed mode. And remember, as the practice goes, means more and more, you stay in that relaxed mode for a longer period of time. So even if you stop Yoga Nidra, you stay in that mode, and that is the beauty, and that's what we want. There was another experiment done, it was on teachers and professors. So what they did that, okay, they took individuals and they said, okay, a lot of stress, a lot of, anxiety in this group. So they just took it and then they experimented it. Now, yoga, we all know that what it does. They know that meditation, is the way, to slow down, to improve your chattering, going on, and especially teachers and professors where they know there is a stress level. Of course, there are different professions having different stress level, but teachers, nurses or police services, there are certain profession where the stress level is high. So they just looked into the depression level, the anxiety level, and then what they did, they basically took 60 professors and different age group, but typically between 30 and 55. So it's not like very young and not like retired people, but in the prime age of this profession, and randomly allocated one of the three experimental groups. So they had three. First group only did Yog Nidra. The second group did the normal seated meditation, and the third was the control group. This is how these experiments are designed and conducted. So, in this case, they were evaluated throughout the 3 month time period, and they looked into the psychological, including their anxiety, stress, depression, and all those. So, they kept that measurement throughout this 3 month experiment. So the data shows that the relaxation group presented better result with respect to the anxiety level. Meditation group, again, in the, the physical component of anxiety, and when they compare it with the group with the third group, which is not experienced or practicing this, then obviously they see a clear difference. So when you are looking into the stress level, anxiety level, there was a tendency, right, which is very clear that Yog Nidra will be, helping you. Yes, meditation will be helping you. There is a difference between the impact of Yog Nidra and meditation, but without that means people who are not doing that, there was a clear tendency that yes, this one helps you. Uh, Another experiment, which was done in terms of same thing, reducing or not. So it was a clear indication that it reduces depression, because in this particular case, they did two durations. First one was just 11 minutes. The second group did for 30 minutes. And the third group is a control, means they are not. So that's how they compare people who don't do it, people who does it, and those who are doing it. Total 362 participants, so decent group in terms of number. And they divided into two. One group did only 11 minutes, and the second one did for 30. And then they tried to compare. So depression control was slightly better, they saw in the first group. First group means 11 minutes. So the people who did only for 11 minutes, they found that depression control is better in this group. So if someone says, I don't have time, then this is a great news, because just in 11 minutes, right, they could see these results. And only 11 minutes, if someone says, I don't even have, 11 minutes in my life, then obviously that is a typical, when you see in the beginning, everybody says, I don't have time, I don't have time. However, when you start doing it, you will realize I am saving, and we will see that how it saves you time actually by doing it. But the important thing here is that the group that did it for 30 minutes, they showed an increase in, the awareness we were talking about, even after. So their awareness increased much more than the 10-minute or 11-minute group. So you see, if your awareness is increasing more, you will be in that benefit zone more. That is a huge gain that not only during, but as an extended time, I'm in awareness. So what happens in that case? I'm not just talking about one thing. My benefit increases tremendously. Stress is just one. My well-being, anxiety and depression, rumination. People will be just keep thinking about something, a deep thoughts going on, satisfaction with life, your sleep quality, your mindfulness, which we, in simple terms say, being in the moment. All this thing, you will see your food taste better, your relationship, feels better. Why? Because you are in this extended awareness zone. So, what was the part of these experiments? A brief body scan, like we talked about last time, observation of breath, and then, of course, as we said before, you just set your any sankalpa or intention or basically a formation in a simple term, and you're observing your thoughts and feeling. So this is what you do. The breath awareness, of course, anapanasati, when we do that's full on that only, so you can link. But in this case, what is also happening, especially the 30 minutes one, you are kind of getting more focused on your chakras, the energy centers. So you see here, you get the benefit of chakra meditation, normal meditation, and that is one of the background, one of the, the silent feature of this, which is giving you this extra benefit. Now, what happens here is when people say, oh, I'm getting too much thought, I cannot do meditation. This one is relatively easier to follow. Why? Because you're observing something. It's not meditation, right? Meditation, you don't think about anything, you're just observing your breath. Here, you are going from part of the body to part of the body. So don't take it as meditation, don't take it just relaxation, but it has the combined effect of both. So that's the beauty, and anybody should be able to do this, right? Even a new person, it's very easy to get into this, and then you can get into the next level or the higher level. Now, what is the result comparison? When we talk about the REMs, the part of the sleep mode, it was so interesting that in 45 days of measurement, the person had 6.5 hours of REM, whereas in just 45 minutes of Yog Nidra, 30 minutes was observed of deep rest. So you can only imagine that only doing half an hour, 40 minutes, I can get that much of REM, how much more relaxing it is, how much deep benefit I'm getting. And these are the measurement which cannot, give you a different subjectiveness kind of information. They are giving you objectively. It is a measurement of whatever the state you are in. If I can stay that long in REM means so much relaxed I will be. When I wake up, I'll be fully relaxed. I can be more active. My focus, especially students, imagine, right? You have exam, you will remember, you will not forget things, you will not read 10 times, and you will grasp the concept. Same thing is for professionals. Doesn't matter you have a job, you have a business, if you are more aware, if you are more, on the job, you will finish your work much simply, quicker, effectively, and, like we say, work smart, don't work hard. So it's not like I need to spend 10 hours. If I can do it in 5, why not? So, masters, this is Yog Nidra. It's not just, okay, I need a better sleep, or you say, my sleep is good, I don't need it. No. So, we will take any questions that you may have, any doubts, or you're sharing if you may have. So, please feel free to unmute yourself, and you can ask or share your feelings, anything about Yog Nidra and the benefits that we see scientifically.
Gaurav, can this process lead to a longer meditation cycle? I haven't tried it. deliberately thinking about this, but uh,
Okay.
my mind fluctuates too much. I have tried early morning, 4 o'clock. I get up at 3:30, 4 a.m., but I can't keep my mind at one place. It is too much sluttering here and there. I've tried it multiple times and I don't know why. And there is nothing in the mind, but as soon as I close my eyes for meditation, it is zooming past everything. So night, I think, is a better time. So I may have to, that's it. And I asked you, can you prolong it for a longer period?
Absolutely, Manav. You do for 30, 40 minutes if you like, right? And basically, when you do it, if you're doing late in the evening, which is a very good time, but if you want to do just before sleeping, it will put you to sleep, right? And you can try and see how much impact it makes when you wake up. One thing we can do is next Sunday, we can do just Yog Nidra meditation. I'm just calling it meditation, but all I mean is we can do Yog Nidra. And it's no wisdom. 45, 30 to 40 minutes of Yog Nidra we can practice. That will be guided. I will use my singing bowl, and then you all can experience and have a taste of it that, okay, what does it mean? Does it appeal you? Does it connect with you?
See, when you're sleeping on the bed, you always move, right? So is it better that you're doing it on the floor?
This one is done lying down. Where you lie down is up to you. Typically, you are absolutely right. Don't go it on your bed with comfortable mattress, pillow, and all, and then you immediately go to kind of a sleep mode. Ideally, take a yoga mat and just lie down.
Okay.
This will not put you, it's like reading a book. Just reading a book itself put you to sleep, especially if it is a textbook. So
Yeah.
here, what we can do is try next Sunday, and let's see.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Manav. That gives us that experiment, another one in our group. We'll do next
Uh,
Sunday.
One thing to add, maybe I should try when I get up early in the morning, right? I'll drink water and then I'll sleep. Maybe I should try to do this Yog Nidra in the morning. I don't know how.
Well, don't plan that you will go back to sleep, right? Just plan that it will relax you. It will bring you in the awareness. And then if you go to sleep, that's okay. But don't have that as a sankalpa, as a target.
No, no. If I get up at 3 a.m., right, there is
Mhm.
nothing. So I'll drink water and I'll go to sleep. Maybe in half an hour, look at the phone. Maybe I should try this thing. Whether I go to sleep or I do meditation is something different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So just if you are doing Yog Nidra, just do it that like blank,
Yeah.
bring it whatever it is, and let the universe bring whatever it brings to you, whether relaxation, sleep, better sleep, whatever.
I'll try that out. Thank you.
Welcome. Super. Yes, Shashiji.
What I was going to add in here, uh, he said, like, I can try in the morning. At the same time, he said, I look at the phone. When you are up in the morning and look at the phone and try to go for the meditation or yoga nidra, somehow it doesn't click with me. Am I off or?
No, it is absolutely right, because what happens the moment, especially the phone, because it's not a phone, it's a laptop, right? It's a computer, it's your connection to the world. And depending on what you see, it brings emotions very fast and all those things. Whether it's work, fun, any social media or any news or whatever you see, messages, yes, it can create a lot of emotions instantly.
Yeah. But I cannot go back to, I stopped completely looking at it now.
Well,
Before I go to bed, even an hour before I go to bed, and even if I wake up middle of the night, no matter how important call we are expecting, whatever, no, I'm not looking, because then you are off, completely off from the sleep, and your day is gone. It's all, to
exactly.
me, it's all messed up for me.
No, absolutely, you're right, Sashiji, because what happens is forget about early morning or before sleeping. Even throughout the day, we should restrict how frequently I will check my messages or whatever. If someone has to call, they will call you. You will hear the ring, right? But we have been addicted. Trust me, each one of us, we are addicted. If nothing else, you'll just pick up the phone. Even if you checked your messages 5 minutes ago, you are still looking at your WhatsApp, your whatever the social media sites are.
Yeah, we are addicted. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
So if we reduce in daytime the frequency that, okay, in 1 hour I will check, not in between. If it is so urgent, let the person call me. So at least from 5-10 minutes, you have gone to 1 hour. You're retuning your brain, your network, your neurons right there. So absolutely before sleep or just after you get up, whether to touch the phone or not, that's $1 million question. What I am pointing out here is for everyone, find out how frequently during the day, right? Say 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You check every half an hour, every 10 minutes, every hour, whatever, and try to increase that window. Trust me, nothing will happen. The world will not collapse.
Gaurav, the phone gives you the analysis every week. Uh, and Shashiji, what you said is absolutely right. I don't know. It's not like I'm maybe in 70 people say that your sleep pattern goes slow. But even if I go 20 years back, in my early 30s, I never sleep more than 4.5 to 5 hours. 5 hours is max for me. And even if I get up in the morning, I mean, it's like you said, I'm not on any social media. For the last 1.5 years, I try not to respond to any WhatsApp message. Even if it is urgent, I decide I have no more to respond. I'll decide when I have to. So even if I like Republic, right? If I listen to the news, in 5 minutes I sleep because my brain says this is useless and I sleep. I don't take it to my mind. But yes, I get up in the morning early, 1 o'clock. I'll drink water, maybe 10 minutes, watch the phone and sleep again. I don't know. I try not to take any news or anything into my mind. I just listen or maybe hear, not even listen and let it go.
You're lucky. You're lucky then.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to bring it up here. I mean, I have curtailed that down. Even if I drink, used to maybe not in very moderation. If I drink, I get up like early. I can't sleep longer. So that affects my sleep pattern.
Mm.
I don't know how to explain that, but
No,
miss
no,
with
you're lucky. Everybody is different. No, no, I respect you that way. No, there's no
everybody
if
says
and
you
buts.
should
Yeah,
sleep for eight
everybody is
hours.
different.
You should sleep for 8 hours because that helps in your body, recovering. But I don't know, can't sleep that much. But I'm going to try. I generally switch off my phones in the night, and if I get up in the morning, I switch the phone on. But maybe try not to switch it on till the morning.
Right.
Yeah.
So that means, Mano, you are getting sound sleep for 5 hours.
You can say that,
Right. Because
whenever I
when you
sleep
are
2 hours or 1 hour, it is sound sleep. No, nothing there. I mean, it used to be there 4 or 5 years back, but once I mean, joined with Gaurav and started, uh, what do you call is leaving it away the older things, right? There is nothing that I have to think about.
right,
Yeah,
excellent. Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes I'll sleep on the chair, if I'm sleepy for half an hour, like a power nap, and that's it, that helps.
Yeah, you get energy, right? Even half an hour rest also. So for 1 hour, 2 hours extra energy you get. That is
Yeah.
excellent. Yeah. Good morning, Gauraji. Just I want to share my
Yes, sounds
experience.
good.
So actually, initially, in the last year, I also have the different uh, thoughts coming and going. So not focusing on Jhanam, then the even sometimes sleep also it affects, right? So, but slowly, slowly. So as you said, I think the the more knowledge we get and the more wisdom we are inputting, that also impacts our thinking pattern and the meditation pattern, and Garoji. So now really, I'm fully focusing on meditation, and so it is like in my control. If I want more time, I can do it. If I want less time, I can do it. So it is fully under control. And as you said, sometimes, so if I really tired, so even I meditate for 20 minutes, and in through meditation itself, I go to sleep for like another 20-30 minutes, and again all of a sudden something I get awareness, right? Then okay, so anyway, I continue for meditation. That's how I'm managing. Gaurav.
Perfect. No, absolutely, Damodarji, because meditation brings you in that awareness zone, bring you in that calmness zone, and no two persons are alike. So that's why
Yeah.
if we never tell copy paste work whatever works for you, but yes, this power nap is very, very powerful. This concept of power nap is so much there in Japanese society, and no doubt their discipline, there a lot of things are worth uh, kind of getting motivated from. But they have in their society this power nap concept, and no wonder it doesn't give a lot of benefits.
Yeah. Thanks, Gaurav.
Good.
You have so many tips. Your wisdom sharing is really amazing, Gaurav. Our our
Thank you.
our group really benefiting if they constantly practicing, so they can avoid, because I am the best example. So a lot, as you said, it depends on person to person, but I am experiencing, right? So as per my experience, and so I overcome so many hurdles, and now I'm on track. Thank you,
Perfect.
Gaurav. Yeah,
Super. Thank you. Thank you, Damodarji.
thank you, Gaurav.
Any other masters? Any sharing, questions, comments before we end the call?
Hi, Gaurav. Shakun here.
Hey, Shagan.
I just wanted to ask, the power nap. I think many people think power nap should be like, they take it a bit longer. I think it should be very small, between 10 to, max 20 minutes. I think then it helps because if you sleep more than that during the day, then it's going to disrupt your sleep cycle in the night.
Yes, absolutely. And you reminded me another good point about this Yog Nidra. So I will mention it here that why it is powerful, why Yog Nidra is actually that beneficial, because Yog Nidra is taking you in and out of that zone, from your conscious, subconscious, because it is not a throughout meditation. You are aware of a particular part of your body, and then you are giving a gap, say 30 seconds, you are not. So that's why, and the moment you switch from one part to the another, you are coming to your conscious mind. So that brings you in and out of your conscious and subconscious mind, keeps you in the awareness. And that's why it is, even if you do for half an hour, it's not a sleep. Even if you do for 10 minutes, you are not full on. But that zone keeps you in the fluidity or fluid, or basically in between, which is extremely critical in terms of bringing your deep rooted traumas, emotions, feelings, whatever is stuck to the surface. Once it is on the surface, then of course we can resolve them. So, yes, that's why Yog Nidra we don't do for 1 hour, uh, 10, 15, 20 minutes. I would say max maybe half an hour. In when we do half an hour, actually, if you see the part where you are getting into that guided and coming out, that takes approximately 5 and 5 minutes. So roughly you will be doing for 20-22 minutes of the real process. So yes, Shakun, that is absolutely right. Thanks for bringing it out.
And I definitely agree with Shashi ji. Like I work with computer the whole time, but I think people are too much connected to, this social media. And the more you read about a lot of things which are fake really these days, I think it affects your mind. So I think, from this year, from Jan, I was never, like, I never used to go like to Facebook and all often, but I've stopped. And I don't read news. I just, read a little bit just to be aware what's happening in the world. But if you keep listening to what's happening and you have so many channels, I think this really affects people how they think, and then definitely how they can sleep well. So keeping away from, all these, I call them noise, I think it helps a lot.
Absolutely, Shakun. And I think we all have our topics that sucks us in those discussions, and all of a sudden you realize what happened, where did that hour go, or that sometime the whole day.
Yeah, Gauraji, what my experience is after that you told me, correct? So detachment, 1 hour before I kept outside phone. Okay, after that you told me that do body scanning better. So lying in the bed and mentally scan to toes to head and sensations. After that, little bit breathe awareness. Okay, focus gently, and a little bit after that usually guided meditations. Okay, I'm using that mindful body scan and then it is going to this 5-10 minutes also it is helping to me go sleep bed. That is
Mm,
my observation I did, Gaurav.
wonderful. So that's good to know.
Yeah,
Good.
this is I don't know. I also suffering like a 12-1, but okay, let's see. 10 a.m. I fixed my time 10 p.m. 10:30 or something. I put away some other, not my bedroom. I put some other way. So then only I tried, and because what I've done is I did earlier I did meditation 9:30 to 10 or something, but again I was going to phone. Then it is getting to problem.
Yeah, it is unfortunately our lifestyle now. I know some people, they will turn off the router, the Wi-Fi in the house, because router as well is giving you a lot of radiations in terms of electromagnetic wave signals. Of course, you have your neighbors, their signals are coming, you cannot control. But at least what I think you were also saying, put the phone away. Now we use our phone as an alarm clock, which we initially, old time, we used to have a mechanical clock, no transmission, no radiation. But now the phone, because of that,
I
stays.
washed them. These are washed.
So those are near us. So even if you put your phone or electronics away from you, will help. So yes, I agree. Wonderful.
Yeah, thanks for sharing awareness and keep remembering these kind of sessions, Gauravji. Or everyone experience also. Thanks for everyone experience. That also will help to motivate to myself.
Yes. Certainly, this is the whole idea how we can help each other by sharing. So sharing means it's not just theoretical, it becomes a practical experience of some which can help others. It's so important. So thanks everyone, masters. Thanks for joining. Vindhya ji.
Yeah, Gauraji, just a comment. I wanted to clarify. I think I understand what you're saying. But as you were mentioning the benefits of REM and deep sleep and all, I remember when we were gaining wisdom about meditation, the same benefits were mentioned. And I'm sure we get through that. So I'm just trying to clarify. So Yog Nidra is consciously, and we are with the body. we are just going through each part of the body and relaxing it, releasing, and it's more to do with emotions, releasing that blocked emotion or energy or something. Whereas meditation, we are with the breath and maybe slowly letting go of everything. Can you clarify a little more? Because I don't want to get confused.
Sure. So great question. So it will summarize basically the difference or what it is. So what Yog Nidra is, I'm scanning my body. From one part means from my toes, I'm moving towards my head. So it is not meditation because in meditation, I'm with my breath or whatever, I'm not putting my conscious mind to work. But when I tell my mind to go from my toes to knee, I'm putting my conscious mind to work. Then I stay for 20 seconds at my knee. So that 20-second belongs to the meditation definition. But then again, I come out of subconscious and I go into conscious and say, go to my, say, hips. And then I stay at hip for 20 seconds. So I'm in and out of my conscious, subconscious from that perspective. So absolutely, the benefit you see here is the same as benefits you see in meditation. This one gets you out of, if someone has depression or that kind of anxiety issue, this may give you more benefit. Means Yoga Nidra may give you more benefit compared to meditation. Why? These are experimental results, but I can think, this is my views only, logically, that it's easier for someone to follow Yoga Nidra than meditation. Because meditation, you are bombarded with thoughts, your everything, and you say, I don't know, and you give up. Here, because in 20 seconds, I'm moving from one body part to another, it seems very simple to follow. Not a big deal. I'm focusing at my knee only 20 seconds, then I move on to another, then another. So 20 seconds I can manage. So it's limiting my requirement of meditation at a time is only 20 seconds.
Okay.
Right? If I'm doing total 11 minutes, argument's sake, or 15, it's not a magic number, 11 or 30, that was just the experimental part. Suppose I'm doing for 10 or 15 minutes, then I may be stopping at one part of the body for not even 20, maybe 15 seconds or 10 seconds. So this 10 to 15 or 20 seconds of focusing my breath becomes easier compared to half an hour meditation where I am observing my breath for half an hour and people give up. So this is a combination, you can say, kind of meditation and this whole the yogic sleep. So that helps bringing you in and out of the REM, or the impact of both you kind of get.
Okay. So that clarifies. So you're saying when we're going into that subconsciousness, that's the part meditation, and then conscious again to different part of the body.
So the first advantage is shorter duration, so easier for newcomers. The second benefit, which is the main benefit of Yoga Nidra. And again, this is as per me, so no theoretical definition. I've seen a huge, huge impact on me by chakra meditation. Yoga Nidra includes chakra meditation because we are going through those 7 chakras. We are focusing there. It is not full-on chakra meditation because in chakra you have a specific intention for a specific chakra, or someone can do without also. So, but it's kind of partial chakra, partial meditation, and partial good for a beginner that as an exercise. I'm by definition relaxing because I'm lying down. By definition, I have my eyes closed. So nothing else, but if I'm lying down with my eyes closed, which is also known as Shavasana, itself is relaxing. I mean, imagine in half an hour, in a day, other than when you're sleeping, how many seconds do you really close your eyes and sit in a working day? We don't. Other than when you go to bed to sleep, we don't close our eyes. So just by closing our eyes and lying down gives you benefits, even if you do nothing. Then on top of it, so eyes, why they are important? 80% of our energy loss is through our eyes. So I'm having my eyes closed, I'm lying down, kind of benefits of Shavasana I'm getting. I have my in and out of subconscious, means I'm bringing my deep rooted emotions out to the surface. I'm getting benefit of meditation and I'm getting benefits of chakra. So five things out of a very simple looking act of doing Yog Nidra. So that's the beauty and that's the power when people say, how does this magic happen? It happens because it has deep rooted, fundamental that why it works. Of course, if you do half an hour full on meditation, you will get more benefit because it is much more. But then not everybody can do half an hour full on meditation right from the day one.
So this thought was going through my mind too as I was understanding about Shavasana, the differences, right? Meditation, Shavasana, Yoga Nidra. And then Shavasana, I think you just let go of the body completely. And
Exactly.
so, yeah. So even whatever we are doing all through this, we still, whether it's meditation or Yoga Nidra, awareness is on, right? All of them, the awareness is, whether we go through subconscious, conscious, that fluctuation, but we are still aware. Is that right? The words are so confusing for me, but I'm trying to get.
See, it is right. The beauty of Yog Nidra is without telling you to be aware, not aware, it is happening by default. Awareness is coming without telling you to do anything. Because when somebody says focus, you cannot focus.
Mhm.
When you are forced to do something, the immediately body pulls you out of that. So what's happening here? I go to my knee and I have to stay there for 20 seconds. What am I doing in these 20 seconds? I'm observing, I'm feeling with the sensation, my whatever is emotions or whatever is happening at that time. Oh, my knee hurts, my knee pains, or oh, I feel nothing, whatever that may be. So I'm focusing on one part for 20 seconds means I'm taking my most of the energy to that part of the body. So I'm healing that part by default. I'm observing. So I'm cutting down my thoughts by default without someone telling me actually you will be cutting down the thoughts. If someone says cut down the thoughts, more thoughts comes. But I'm not asked to cut down the thought. I'm asked focus at your knee. So it seems simple. Yes, okay, I'll focus on my knee. But if I'm observing my knees with eyes closed, automatically the thoughts are reduced, if not cut down completely. Because your brain is engaged in observing your knee or your whatever part of the body. So this becomes relatively easier to sustain than the meditation itself, where half an hour means people say, no, 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 I'm getting too many thoughts. Here, because we know it's only 10-15 seconds, that much attention span, most of the people can manage.
Yes. Thank you, Guruji. It's clear.
Welcome. I wish you would have asked that question at the beginning.
It doesn't matter. We got the just no clarification and
Yeah.
benefits. Yes, thank you.
No, no.
But
The reason I
as far
was
as the
saying,
consciousness is concerned, we are conscious even if we are watching our breath or doing the yoga nidra. We are conscious. Conscious is the span of the time, I guess.
yes,
Otherwise, we are conscious.
yes, anytime we put our brain to work, we are in our conscious mind. So when we say go and observe your knee, now you go and observe your elbow, then we are putting brain to work. I have to move from point A to point B. So that is my conscious mind. But then when 20 seconds I'm observing the same part, now my brain is not working. So I go what we do in meditation means just observe your breath.
Thank you.
Welcome, Sashi. So thanks everyone
Thank
for
you.
joining.
Yeah.
See you next Tuesday. And of course, next Sunday we will do a live Yog Nidra meditation, if I may call it meditation, but Yog Nidra practice, put it this way.
Thanks, Guruji. Thank you so
Is
much.
Thank you,
Is
Gaurav.
the final question, is there any rules and limitations are there, Gaurav this Yoga Nidra? Because I didn't done earlier anything, because I did only meditation.
The only rule is do it.
Okay.
That's it. There is no
Um,
limitation, there is no rule, there is nothing limiting you. There is no right or wrong.
Okay.
If you want to do for 5 minutes, that's your rule.
That's true.
You
Okay.
want to do for 6 minutes, that's your rule. There is no limitation that it has to be this much or that much. Namaskar,
Okay.
Vardhani.
I must say thank you to the people who are turning their cameras on. It's really, really helping to see the people and get the vibration. I felt it good today for all of us.
Yeah, same to
And
me.
I request all of you to put the camera on, and that will be really, really great. We get to know each other and we get to see the vibrations. This is my feeling. I could be 100% off the line. But thank you so much.
Keep affirming, Shashiji. Your affirmation is coming true. At least when people ask, I see many people turn on. At least that much is first step, right? Like I see now Vardhani ji. So yeah, namaskar. Seeing you after some time.
After a long time, sir.
Yes. So good to see you. And
Thank you.
we will meet in Tuesday session, of course, masters.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of the day.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Gaurav.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.